going to look at adding content and images to the website. Okay, so we'll have a little look on the home page here, and we'll perhaps just have a look at this text section here just to show some basics. So if we go to edit page from the top admin bar, and then once it loads up, okay, so all of the back end of the website, when we're looking at a page, it's all made up of the various different columns and sections using the different elements to display different areas really. So for here we've got this section here, which is the slideshow, which is shown on the home page. And then as we move down, we've got a title. This just defines that it's a slightly larger font that's used, perhaps a little bit bolder than just a normal text block, which is here. Text block generally would also be more suited for larger amounts of text, more than just a title. So to edit any of the information, we can go into the pencil edit there, and then it's just simply a case of rewriting or editing this section here. You don't have to change any of the information. If you did want a slightly larger font or smaller, then this is the section where that can be changed. But generally, most of the styling of the different elements within the site don't need to be changed. It's just any edits that you might wish to make to the content. Okay, so that would be changing the title. And any changes that are made, just ensure that you click the Save Changes. And then with the text, we can obviously edit the information that's already there, that's no problem. We just go through here when we get the familiar edit text section up, so that can be removed or edited. And obviously if you do edit, make sure you click the Save Changes. To add more information here, if you wanted to add an additional section, perhaps another title, then often it's the case where the information that you may want to add is actually already on the page somewhere. So it's quite useful to have this particular section or option here where you can clone certain elements. So if we wanted to put another section here with the title and then the main text area, we can just clone that. Now at the moment it's just dropped it underneath, but that's fine for now, and we'll do that for the text block as well. Then it's just a case of clicking and dragging and just dragging that underneath to the appropriate place. And then that information can then be amended just to be obviously different than the above. But then you've got a whole new text section there. Sometimes you'll find that areas can be quite close to each other. If that is the case, then there are various different elements that could be used. Now there's a lot here, so you don't worry too much. You can just search for certain sections. So for this particular one, I'd like to add a space in. So if I just start to write space, and we can just drill down to actually what we need. Empty space. The height is fine, so that's okay. Save the changes. And again, that can just be dragged and repositioned around. You will find that there's options for most things on here, whether that's images, like a single image, or text blocks. There's a lot on here. If you wanted to have a play around, I mean, there's certainly there's no harm in playing. It's all quite easy to remove if it doesn't quite work out or it doesn't make sense. So if you were to remove a section, it's just by clicking the X on a particular element. So we can do that, and then that, and we're back to where we were again. If we wanted to add an image into here, we can go to the adding an element section, and then we can choose the image there. You can also search, and you'll get a few different options up. So we could have an image carousel or a single image. There's lots of different options. So we can go to image gallery, and then images can be added on here. So they can be selected from previously added images, or they can be new ones that would be uploaded from your computer by doing it in this method. and then selecting the appropriate location. Right, I'll close that for now. The options that are shown here just gives you the options to add different columns and how many, depending on how many images you've got. Again, you can play around a little bit with the different alignment of the horizontal and vertical, and this is the behavior of how the image is treated when it's clicked on. So whether you choose to have none or lightbox, where it will show the image and it will open up as a larger image when clicked on. Okay, so there's a few options. It doesn't, as I say, it doesn't hurt to have a play around with the things like this. And again, if you're not keen on the results, you can just delete the galleries or elements. Okay, so most of the other stuff is fairly set. We've got obviously these which will be needed to be edited. Most of them work as a text box essentially. We've got two elements on these particular areas. We've got the icon that's used for the next to on the left hand side, and as we go to the content we can then find the text that's been added. So that's just a simple remove this and then write in whatever appropriate, and then once you've finished, click Save Changes, and that's that would obviously then be updated. If you did want to add a new line of information here, again we use these like row elements which can be removed or duplicated. So by clicking Clone, it's now just given us a whole new set there, which can be obviously amended with regards to the information. Actually, I should just add that we have also got the title on there, which I just missed on that last bit. So we've got the icon, which can remain, we've got the title shown there, and then we've got the content. So those would all need to be edited. Okay, I'll just get rid of that line. So just to remove that particular section, it's just a case of clicking the X. And then any changes that are made, just make sure that you click the update button. To add new images, there's different ways of doing it. You can sort of add an image as it's required, or if there's a wider selection of images that you know that will be used and you'd like to add them, you can go to the media section and click on the library to see what images have been already uploaded. So we've got a whole combination of different ones used from the agency pages and then logos. If we want to add new images, we can go here. Now if you had a folder of files available, as an example, you could select a wide range of images from your particular computer. Not really got much there actually, and then you could just drag it in like that. Alternatively, if you click the select files, you'll then be shown a browser or folder window where you can select the images that you'd like to upload. So if I just click one and do choose for upload, it doesn't have to be one individually, you can do multiples. Okay, so we've now got that available whenever we're going to look to add a new image elsewhere on the website.